All right, welcome to the stream, everybody. I hope you had a great week and hope you're having a great weekend. I think we'll start the stream with the big news out there that we were just talking about before stream, and that is the H2S. So we were talking about that, I think, last week and taking some guesses on it. From this picture, we can see a couple things. It does look like a single nozzle with the bigger build plate. It also looks like it's a rod on the y-axis instead of a rail like the H2D has, but I can't tell for sure. But it does look like rods on the side. And this will probably have a slightly, if the build plates are the same size, it will probably have a slightly bigger build area because the nozzle can get all the way to the sides, like you were talking about last weekend, Justin. So it'd be interesting on Tuesday. It'll be interesting to see what the cost of this is, and then what the subtle differences between the H2D and the H2S are.
The devil's in the details.
Yeah, there's been some pictures that they posted in Facebook of some YouTubers that actually had must have received a H2S because it's not supposed to have any glass on the sides. So it's going to be similar to the X1C from the pictures that I saw, at least on Facebook. There won't be any glass on the side, and that's one difference you can see from the outside of it. I mean, there was not much information other than that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
If that's the case, I hope they put brighter lights on the inside of it.
Yeah, I hope they put the same lights they have in the H2D.
All right,
light system.
Everybody in chat, from 0 to 100, type in the % chance that this is going to have a laser. Are they going to ruin it with a laser? I don't know. 0 minus 100. 100%. I kind of agree with you, Mark. I think they'll ruin it.
You think so?
Oh, I guarantee you they're going to have you're going to be able to take those pieces, those accessories and mount it on this thing. I guarantee it.
I sent you, Eleni, the...
yeah, that's going to be the next thing I talk about is the other thing is the cutting, and isn't there the marker upgrade as well? I think I bought the marker.
But it's part of it. It comes together.
Oh, is this the whole thing? Yeah, I bought this. You sent it to me, and I bought it immediately, and it came in about 2 hours ago. I got it.
Oh, it arrived. Have you installed it?
I haven't. No, it got here like 2 hours ago. I haven't had a chance to do anything with it. But it'll be interesting. Has anybody seen any of this stuff on Maker's World? That'll be the thing that really makes it worth having, as if it can draw for you or whatever. Pretty good.
I've seen the laser stuff, but I haven't seen any of the...
I saw the laser. Yeah, laser and cut models.
I've seen some small videos on the cutting and also on the plotting, but they're all geared to the original H2D with the laser. So
yeah,
I have not seen
I would imagine that they'll have a cutting and marker for like stickers and stuff in here. And then I'm wondering what the interface with Bamboo Studio is. I'm sure there's something in there. I haven't tried it yet, but I'll probably mess around with that, hopefully, if I have some time this week.
Well, if you see, Lenny, the instruction, they added a comment, said that if you buy the upgrade for the laser, that it includes the camera. So there was some question, do you need a camera to be able to run this? And later on, they said, no, you don't need a camera to run it. an extra camera apparently that's tied to the laser. Um, but you do need a software update, and there was concern that the firmware was not available. But I saw today in Facebook that somebody got a response back from support, which basically said that the
Yeah.
firmware is available already. So once you install it, it'll prompt you to upgrade the firmware, and you'll be able to use it. I was kicking myself that I had purchased it without software being available, but it apparently will be available.
Yeah, I wanted to purchase it before it ran out. Yeah, notify me when available, sold out. But yeah, it says
Yeah.
here the bird's eye camera is included.
It's included in if you buy the laser upgrade. You don't need
If
apparently
you've
the camera.
purchased
You
the
don't
H2D laser upgrade kit,
exactly. It
and
doesn't come
this
with a
is the
camera.
cutting upgrade kit.
Exactly. But you don't need the
You
camera
don't have to have
to
the
run.
camera to do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that's what I mean, it's confusing. I mean, unfortunately, this was added to it after I purchased it, that comment was there. So after I ordered it, I said, "Oh, goddamn!" When I saw a comment in Facebook saying that you couldn't use it unless you had the
Um,
camera and or the upgrade software.
yeah, I'll probably use this cutter one time to try it out and never again. The only thing that I think I'll ever use is the markers. We'll see.
I'll try them both.
I don't see myself making this kind of nonsense. But this
We'll
would
see.
be cool to make like some labels and stuff.
Yeah, it's not that expensive. I think it's like $69 the upgrade kit.
Yeah, it
I'd be curious as to hear from people that have the H2D that have done a lot of laser work in it and then tried to 3D print in it, how they cleaned it.
Oh, I've heard comments of people that have used it. It says that if you use it 20 hours, forget it. I mean, it's like all black inside. You need to spend. I mean, you have to be on top of it. I mean, I think it's
Yeah, look at
crazy.
this. What it shows in the maintenance guide
Yeah,
is
because I mean, I cleaned my X-Tool
insane.
P2 laser and it's friggin' filthy even after I clean it. The cleanest day it was around in its life was the day it arrived at my doorstep.
I think it shows like 40 hours of laser at the very bottom here somewhere.
And
Yeah.
this is a diode,
Yeah,
so you're mainly cutting wood.
this is 40 hours of the
Yep.
laser and you're going to 3D print with that.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. I mean, it'll work, but it
Look
won't
at this
work for very
fan.
long.
Look at the build plate.
Hmm.
See, it says 10 watt for 40 hours. Yeah, 10 watt for 40 hours is what this is. Nasty.
And then you're gonna try to put a marker system in there and try to do it on white paper with all that dust floating around.
Do you think all of this stuff is on your rails and your rods getting all in your gears and everything? Your grease is never going to get that out of there.
Nope, especially with wood because
all over your belts.
And the glass, you remember the glass?
Yeah.
You know, that green glass is probably. I mean, when I try to print with ABS, I have to clean the damn glass quite a bit, and I can imagine using a laser in there. Forget it.
Yeah, with the because most people are going to cut basswood or MDF, maybe some pine because it's only what a 10-watt diode.
There's a 10 and there's a 40 too.
Yeah, I mean even a 40, you may be able to get through a little bit of plywood, but all that stuff has glue in it, and that's what attracts everything to the fan and everything else. I mean, even on my dedicated lasers, I try to stay away from cutting wood unless I absolutely have to. And then when I do cut it, I immediately clean it before I put anything else in there. Acrylic, before I do a tumbler, whatever, because that stuff is just caked.
You're better off
everywhere.
with the X-Tool.
They sent me so many of those lasers to test. It's so crazy. And to your point, you can't cut anything thicker than 3 millimeters, and I don't deal with anything that's 3 millimeters or less in wood. That might as well be cardboard. But I have a CNC. I have a Onefinity, so I can cut pretty thick with some stuff and like things that I would actually do, not some like. I mean, this stuff is cool, but this is some Mickey Mouse crap.
Yeah.
You know, like this is just some old little tiny crap. I'm not gonna do this little tiny crap. I do some serious stuff with mine, with my CNC, and it. I mean, maybe not like this bird or whatever, but man, I'll never be able to design that myself anyway. You know, so like, yeah, it's just too small and like, yeah, I don't know. I find a CNC is way, way, way more handy for me than this little balsa wood nonsense. It's just a Mickey Mouse.
I love my X tools.
Hey, from someone that lives near that Mickey Mouse castle, you might be insulted by us down here in Florida. But to your point, it is
Mickey Mouse is in its little kid stuff, and not.
No, I know.
Adult.
It is a gimmick. Let's be honest. It is a gimmick, but some people find it useful.
Yeah.
I think they did it as a gateway because they may try to get into the laser space later on.
Yeah.
They basically tried to combine a 3D printer, which you're already amazing at, with a Cricut, with an X tool. And those three things together in a single machine just will not work for very long.
How about engraving on metal or plastic? Is that going to create the same amount of brown soot that the wood does?
Metal, you have shavings, basically. I have an X Tool F1 Ultra that engraves and cuts metal, and you get shavings and stuff in the laser. And then with the CO2, my P2S, I have acrylic, so you get tiny pieces of acrylic everywhere. So you really have to stay up on the maintenance on it.
I was thinking I saw somebody do some very light, like just light engraving, but more so like just printing on plastic with a laser. And I could see myself doing that with like a H2D laser package. Like I wouldn't do a lot of wood cutting in there because I think that's insane. But if you were gonna like laser engrave and I say engrave, right? I'm talking just very basic image on there. I've seen some people do it with plastic and metal, and I thought that might be something I might use once in a blue moon with an H2D.
And then the biggest thing that they don't show on the videos, and they can't show on the videos or in the pictures, is the smell of melting plastic while you're trying to engrave that picture on plastic. Holy smokes. Or when you're doing anything with wood, it smells like a campfire no matter what kind of vent or anything. Like you got to keep it in a different room or whatever. Like, and like I wouldn't put my CNC in the same room as my 3D printer because that would just be insane. That thing kicks out all kinds of dust. But yeah, the smell of it, campfire or melted plastic, and you feel like your lungs are gonna die whenever plastic's in there. That's the thing that they don't show on the videos and everything. It's just the smell of that stuff is horrendous.
Well, the VOCs that are released from wood and plastic and acrylic, you have to be cautious about it. Now, PLA you can engrave to a certain point, but plastic inherently has chemicals in it, and when you combine that with a laser, it creates mustard gas or chlorine gas, which is not only corrosive to the machine, but very corrosive to your lungs. So if you don't have a good extraction system to extract those fumes out, you could have some major issues, not only health-wise, but machine-wise.
Yeah, have a little mustard gas with your 3D printer.
Yeah, that's a Darwin award.
I mean,
Is that how the CCCP is going to take over?
I guess.
Without even shooting anything. They just
Even when I
let
cut
you
acrylic,
kill yourself.
I run 2 fans plus an external uh, device that shoots all the air out, and I still get a little bit of smell, even with 4 fans running.
Um, this is for Hollywood, Halloween. These are actually lamps. You can use the standard lamps that Bamboo Lab sells. There are 3 versions of it. I guess this is the Blue Brothers.
Yeah, the Blues Brothers.
Yeah, there's 3 versions of it. One with a tie, one with a hat with no tie, and then one with no hat and no tie. We'll see it, I guess, in a second here.
Can
I
you
really
use
like
tea,
this
tea
one.
lights in this too, or just it has to be like the light fixture type stuff?
I'm sorry?
Can you use those little battery operated tea lights in this, or does it have to be like the actual lights?
I assume, yeah, you can open it up and put it underneath it, and then just put it back on, because it just fits in the base. You know, the white.
Above the black?
I'm sorry.
Above the black?
Yes, I mean you would lift the body, which is the white filament, the body of the ghost, and there's space in there for the light that Bamboo sells, uh, connected, with, you can plug into the wall. But you can actually put a little light. I haven't done it, but you can, because all you do is you lift it up and you can put that little twinkle lights that they were selling like 25 for like $15 or something like that. You can do that too. I haven't tried to see how much light does it show. But it's pretty tall. It's about, I would say, it's about maybe as high as a Coke can. I should have put a Coke can next to it. It's about 5 inches tall, I would say, 6 inches
No
tall.
comment.
I thought those tea lights are only the size of were not powered from the wall. They're just battery up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know,
they
I know,
are.
I know what you mean. You can put it underneath there. It's not designed for that, but I'm sure you can. I mean, I can. I mean, I should have tried that. I have
It
one
would
here
it would
next.
depend on the wall thickness of the white on how it's
Yeah,
printed. If it was thin, it would show the light. If it's thick, then it won't.
yeah. You know what? Let me see. Yeah, let me try one here. I'll let you know what. Yeah, I don't think there's gonna be enough light. Yeah, I mean, it lights up, but yeah, it does light. I mean, I can't send you a video of it, but yeah, it'll work. It'll work. But that's not the way it's designed. It's designed for the other light, but it works okay.
Those are cool.
Yeah, it'd be cool for the walkway for Halloween.
Yeah,
could
you
probably
need
scale
those
those pretty
instead of
easy, too.
what are they called? Luminarios? Is that what the brown bags are? You
The
need these to line
luminaires.
up the sidewalk instead of the luminarios.
Yeah.
You could, you could.
Don't forget you can 3D print those brown paper bags now.
Yes.
So toothbrush
That's
for an
just,
alligator.
yeah, that's a nozzle cleaner.
Oh yeah, that's nice. And it uses the little inserts for the cleaner in the back or whatever.
Yeah, that's the A1 Mini, or the A1 and the A1 Mini, um, the new version that they have to
The
clean the
nozzle
nozzle.
wipers.
Yeah, I think you can get three of them for like $3, 2.99, I think it is. So I ordered a set. So I made 2 of those, and I have one spare. It's a quick print. It's easy to put together.
I'm definitely going to check that out. Did you find that on Maker World?
Yeah. Let me see if I can find it. I'll post it here. Let me look for it.
Now, do you mainly print PLA in your H2D, or do you print other stuff as well?
Was that question to me?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I print PLA, PETG, a little bit of ABS, a little bit of TPU, not a lot. I put there a picture of what you need to order if you want to buy that. I think it's $2.99. I think it is. A heat bed nozzle wiper I think it's for an EA1.
Yeah,
They come.
I bought 3 packs of those because I was going to make that that custom wiper you can install in the X1 Carbon, and it wants one of those. I bought three boxes or sets of those scrubbers, not realizing that it was 3 per set. I thought I was buying 3 to have 2 spare. Now I have 9. So I'm looking for prints to use these damn things up.
Well, there you go. I just posted the link on it.
Well, you'll never have to buy extra nozzle wipers ever again. Because these are supposed to be more robust than the originals.
Yeah. I have yet to change my on my 2X1Cs. I have yet to change my nozzle wiper, the original ones. I mean, they're not and I have 6,000 hours in one and 4,000 hours in the other one.
I've printed out a set of those, but I haven't bothered installing them.
I've changed my original nozzle wiper once in my X1C, and that's just because it cracked.
Okay.
It actually formed a physical crack, so I changed it, and that's the only thing I've really replaced on the X1C, and I got almost 8,000 hours on it.
Oh, you go. And all it is a little piece of TPF tubing.
Yeah, exactly.
Something I've wondered on these, do they collect filament? And I would be concerned about a hair of filament being stuck in that brush.
And this brush, this is like a soft, rubbery nylon.
Yeah.
So, what is your question?
And if it's installed as the wiper, or what's the probability that a filament is going to get stuck in there, or a hair or two is going to get stuck in that?
Not really, because it's what's used on my A1 as the nozzle wiper. So okay. I mean, it's the bit on the blue. You take that whole piece off.
Yeah, I understand the concept of it.
Yeah. I'll take a picture of mine when I get back home, but there's nothing in there.
Yeah.
This is a better wiping system than what they have in the X1C. And the H2D, if you look at it, they went to a hybrid version, which is even better, I think. Works very well, actually. Now they have the rubber portion that wipes it out was out of stock, and actually I ordered some from AliExpress. I think I bought 10 of them for like $6 or $8, something like that. You couldn't get them. But they work fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is a very quick print. I mean, this takes only, I can't remember, 30 minutes, I think it is. I printed 2.
Just make a couple of these and tell your kids if they get cavities that this will be their new toothbrush. That's funny. Oh, we got the box ready for it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I haven't been able to put it together. You know, after I printed this, the original design, it has the insert in green, and they have the letters in green. I should have done it in green, actually. I think it looks better. But anyway, this is it. It's coming when it arrives. It's where it's going to be placed.
I need to print one of those as well. I'm surprised mine got here quicker because I think I didn't see where it shipped from. I should look. Sometimes it comes from Texas. Sometimes it comes from New Jersey.
Mine, they haven't even told me when it's arriving. I ordered it the day that it came out, and it said it's ready to ship, but UPS hasn't received it yet. So I don't even know what I think it's coming from California in my case.
Yeah, it said California. So that's why I got mine. But yeah, I ordered it later that day after you sent me the email. I clicked the link and I ordered it right there. So I ordered it the same day, but I'm about
I ordered it the same day. I ordered the same day, and it said UPS doesn't have possession of the package yet. But it said it was anyway. It doesn't matter.
Was that printed on your H2D or your X1C?
I think I printed that on the H2D. Unfortunately, I had printed, I think it was PC before it, and the bed that I had put some stick glue on it for the PC. I didn't take it off, so you see there's a little remnant on the cover here, the bottom of the Bamboo Lab cutting model, the cover. So there's a little bit of residue of the damn glue, which I never use. I only use it because I was printing that. If I'm going to use any glue, I use the liquid glue, which you don't have any residue at all on the actual print. So this one I messed it up a little bit, but who cares?
Yeah, it'll be cool to see what we can make with these little things. If we can make something cool. They weren't that expensive.
Yeah, I think it was like 60 some bucks. They had it on sale.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. All right, thanks for those, Ed, as always. Appreciate it. Up next is Hot Fix. So, how did you print these eyes? Or are they printed eyes? Those look crazy.
The ones on the left.
It looks like glass.
The one all the way on the left
like glass.
Is the normal one, which is black eyes. And then I saw somebody do this on another model recently where they took some doll's eyes, and I used it took me quite a while to get the right angle, but I used some 9.2 millimeter negatives on the eyes to basically create a space. And yes, I took the doll's eyes, I cut the little stems off of them, and then I super glued them in. So I got a whole bag of eyes I butchered just to fit them on these capybaras, and I was playing with different colors. And
so you have a bunch of blind dolls now.
Somewhere in China, there's a bunch of dolls missing their eyes. So this was me printing a whole bunch of them, and there's a brand called Duramic 3D. And they had a sticker on the spool, cardboard spool, that said I had just a hair under 400 milligrams or 400 grams of filament left. So I said, "Oh, I'll do this number. This is only 330 grams. I'll have plenty of space or plenty of extra." Nope. So the stickers on that cardboard spool lied how much I had left. So first and last time I ever trust a sticker on a spool to tell me how much filament I have left. I think I knew better, but I was just really tired. I was like, I'll give myself extra 50 grams of headroom, no problem. Nope. So a whole batch down the toilet.
And you didn't have another spool of the same color.
No, I'm never buying Duramac 3D again. I've had nothing but weird issues with their PLA.
Yeah, you could have not printed 3 of those, and you would have had enough.
Probably just one. Honestly, it was so close to being finished. It might have been just one, but
maybe so.
I thought I had a good 50 grams of headroom on here. Nope.
It's so hard trying to restart with another filament that.
Yeah, I didn't even bother. I had no filament that was not shades off. So here is Bamboo Lab matte PLA, and the A1 printer decided at this point that the SD card was no longer recognizable. And I was like, mother effer. Popped the SD card out, popped it right back, and it goes, oh, there it is. I was like, you son of a biscuit. So I'm taking a break from these guys for a little bit. I might try again.
When it rains, it pours.
Yeah, after 2 tries, I wouldn't try it again. Didn't you get the message after the second try?
You know what? I am stubborn as hell. I'm going to print me some. I bought all those damn eyes and cut the stems off of them. I'm going to use them. I didn't butcher some doll eyes for nothing.
Look at the good news. The worst case scenario is you're out basically $2 worth of filament. Because I've printed these, and I've printed about 10 or 12 of them at a time, and it's literally like $2.
Well, this was closer to, between the 2 rolls, it was over a half a kilogram, so it was closer to probably like $7-8, depending on how you count it. But yeah, it's grand scheme of things, it's not a big deal, but it's just. It takes like 13-14 hours to print this many because they're not small.
Yeah.
But I'll give one more try. 3rd time's a charm.
I had a first stage feeder die on me today in the middle of a print. Talk about having to babysit the print to get it to complete.
Yep. That is nightmare fuel right there because you literally can't leave the printer.
What was it again?
I had to keep pulling I had to pull the filament out and then actually manually feed it back in to the point where it would get to the buffer in the back, and that would pull it the rest of the way through.
Could you switch to a manual filament? Or
Nope. It was all set for the AMS. I just had, every time that particular filament came up for a change, I had to be there to either pull it all the way out or feed it through until it got caught. And then when the print was done, luckily I was able to, salvage it. I took the AMS out, and it just so happened that they had sent me a new one for another problem, but I never used it because I was able to fix the original problem. So I put that feeder in place just to see if it was the feeder or not. And lo and behold, everything's working again.
You might try, had you replaced the tubing?
Yeah, no, I took the whole AMS apart. That's the first thing I thought was I had a crack, and it wasn't.
Yeah, I've got the same problem where like the motor just doesn't want to grab, and you have to like shove it through to the back motor. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been there, man, and that sucks.
I
don't know if it's salvageable. If I can take it apart and maybe put the new innards in, or if I should just toss it and buy a new one.
The other problem that's similar to that produced that result was I had desiccant loose in there, and all the desiccant beads got in all the feeders, and just shit. And it was a pain in the butt to clean that out.
Luckily, I didn't have that issue.
Well, this is the what greeted me this morning when I was coming downstairs and gonna glue some eyeballs in right before I hit the road to go to visit my parents, and the printer said nope. I was like, you have got to be effing kidding me, but oh well. So there you go, Ed. I printed one out of PETG. It's the bottom one is the PETG, and the top one's out of PLA. I just went. I probably shouldn't have done them both silver because I have to every once in a while look to see which one's which. But I printed one out of PLA, one out of PETG, just to see if there was any difference between the two. So,
do you find a difference between the two?
Not yet. I've only done one jar, and once you do open the one jar, it's like you can't open it a second time, right?
Sure. It works very well. Yeah, works great.
I have been using it as like a faux tuning fork sitting on the couch when I'm bored. I smack it against my leg and it goes boing. So the PLA and the PETG they both move and act very much the same, which I was surprised. I thought the PETG would be more flexible or something, but they're about the same. But thank you again for that link.
Sure. It's great. It's actually very good.
You're up, Len. There you go. So I have long been annoyed with shampoo bottles and the like, where you get just that little bit left and the pump won't work, right? So I found a model online where the guy has 3 different sizes, where you screw 2 bottles basically together, and the 2 on the left are they have like a funnel going down, and the one on the right, they're all the same. I just had one flipped upside down so you can see the difference. The one on the right is like the bottom, the part that pours into the bottle on the bottom. So it's really clever idea how it prints. It prints where the 2 on the left are actually upside down right now, because it prints where the the cone, the 2 on the left actually print upside down, because that gradual slope building up inside is towards the build plate, which doesn't need any supports. And then on the one on the right is what it looks like flipped over, and that's what prints on the top. But when you actually screw the bottles in, it goes to the angle on the 2 on the left. So anyway, I've used it once already, and it worked quite well. It was some conditioner, so I had to help it along a little bit, like, because it's sort of drained, but every once in a while we get a little stuck and you have to just squeeze the bottle and it would just empty out into the bottom one. It was really nice. I got a full evacuation.
That's from Maker World?
Yeah, I'll dig up the print for it real quick.
Okay.
The only thing that was wrong, or that was suboptimal, was the bottle I was draining the conditioner into. It was a travel bottle. It didn't fit exactly right, but it was a little loose. But I just set the big bottle on top of the little bottle and bounced it on top of my you can see it there, yeah.
Against the wall.
Yep. No, it actually wasn't even against the wall. It just stood there. It just worked. And I don't know why
you squeeze the bottle from the top?
I let gravity do most of the work, but every once in a while that conditioner would gum it up, and you just squeeze the one on the top just to kind of help it along. But gravity did 90% of it. If it wasn't conditioner, if it was just like a normal like shampoo, I wouldn't have to squeeze it at all. So it worked. I was very excited.
Cool.
And the link is in the chat.
Thanks. Yep, thank you.
It's annoying how, that little bit of conditioner. Okay, the cost of that little bit of conditioner isn't that great, but it's still annoying.
I'm so cheap, man. It's the principle. If you give me the option in a multicolor print between one where you print the simple parts and glue them together, and one where you use the AMS and just the filament swapping, 9 times out of 10 I'm going to do the separate part ones, just because I hate wasting poop. I hate just waste. So
Well,
But this work.
saving that amount of conditioner is 10 cents more for filaments.
Exactly. No, but it was a win-win because my travel conditioner bottle was mostly empty, so I killed two birds with one stone. So yay, functional
Great.
prints. I was thinking of you, Doc.
Great.
You left
Well,
out
thanks for
the
that.
Coke can.
Well, I had the Coke can in the other pictures, right?
Yes,
Yeah, right.
you did. Yeah. Pull your leg. Hey, but
Saving
talking about
humor.
saving money on filament, bamboo. If you haven't signed up yet, there's some filament that they're going to be discounting. If you're looking for TPU 95A, I think they're going to have it down 50%. And there's some other filament that they're going to be. If you can sign up, it'll let you know when it's available. So filament that sells for $40, you can get it for like $20. So it not that when I checked it, it wasn't available yet, but I guess it's part of the sale that they're having in these next few days.
Some of the sites are down in sub $10 there per roll.
The next flash sale is 2 days and 11 hours from now. Is that what you're talking about, Ed? That's going to come in the flash sale? Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
I want some of that
What do we-
90A or 85A.
Yeah, but I haven't seen any 85A or 90A announced to be on sale yet.
Well, that's just unacceptable.
Yeah. I mean, they have the 95. That's the one that they're going to have. Somebody said that there's filament for $10. The
Yeah.
cheapest I saw was bamboo.
No, it's not on bamboo. I bought 40 rolls today from Jayco
I see.
for $8.50.
Yeah, bamboo
It's
has it
actually
down to,
Sunland.
okay. Bamboo has them down to $13.95. I think it is 99.
Yeah.
If you buy 6 or more.
Yeah, if you get the refills, it's $13.99 for PLA, PETG, and ABS. I don't know why. Again, this is a rant I had last week, right, about the PLA Tough Plus, because Tough wasn't tough enough. We have to make it Tough Plus. This stuff is not going to sell unless they do volume discount. That's the reason why because the PLA Tough they had before was great stuff. They just was 90% of the people would be like, well, I'm going to get the regular PLA because if I bulk buy it, with my at the time membership, I'm going to get it much cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
It also makes me wonder if all these flash sales that Bamboo's having, because they seem to be having them pretty much at least once or twice a month now. What's that going to do to the Black Friday sales coming up in November?
And probably similar.
I was going to say, is it going to be basically the same price that we've been getting since March, or are we going to get bigger discounts in November?
Don't know. But $14 is not bad.
Yeah.
No, it's not bad at all.
All right, so this little guy here is a
Roll top.
a roll top like jewelry box thing. It's small. You can see the Coke can there. It's just barely bigger than the Coke can. I printed it out of Bamboo Lab matte PLA brown, dark brown, because I wanted that more wood look. And I printed it on, you can't really see it too well in this picture, but I printed it on one of those, it's not a prismatic plate, it's one of the other ones, a textured plate. It's got wavy lines that, sometimes it looks like ocean ripples, but sometimes it could look like wood grain. So you can't see it on here real well. But then I also printed the metal out of, the metal parts out of Flash Forge metal gray silk.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find that the matte PLA from Bamboo is pretty brittle most of the time?
No.
Very brittle. I find it very brittle.
Well, matte PLA in general is more brittle than regular PLA, right?
Yeah,
But it's not any more brittle to me than Polymakers, right?
Oh, but compared to basic PLA,
Yes.
it's but
And the
it's
guy.
to get the.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. And I was just going to say that the only thing that is very easy to remove the support when you're using matte PLA compared to basic PLA.
Yep.
It's much easier to remove, but it's brittle. It is very brittle.
It's easier to remove supports, and it also hides layer lines a lot better than standard PLA.
And it looks nicer. I mean, the matte looks great. The black PLA looks great, but it's not as strong, I don't think.
So you can sort of see the wood grainy things there. If there you go. You can see it on the bottom. I did that.
Yeah.
Depending on the model, but it was just for fun. I was going to say real quick on the matte PLA. There's a guy, Jonathan, who does the multi-board design. He's on one of his posts. He has out there. He recommends matte PLA for the multi-board because it's stronger. And I cannot find anybody else on the planet who understands why the hell he says that. It's like, matte PLA is just a hair stronger than silk, buddy. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
It has better layer adhesion.
Okay. Maybe that makes it a stronger multi-board then?
Or it depends on the direction you're stressing it at.
Maybe. Okay.
If you're stressing the layers, it makes it stronger.
Yeah, or if you're printing it at a certain angle, depending on how the layer lines lay, it can be a little bit stronger. And then, of course, you can increase the walls and stuff like that to make it a little bit stronger too. But
interesting. Okay. So, I have.
This box had an interesting working to it.
I have a video of the box in action. It's actually pretty clever because they made the roll top
Part of the drawer.
Part of the drawer. Yep. So when Lynn pulls that up, we can see it. Next slide, please. I think we might have lost Lynn. Yeah, I think we might have lost Lynn. There we go.
He was probably trying to get the video.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Yep, it's in the there's no glue, no screws. You 3D print the screws that act like bolts. They go in the side. It all screws together with a regular screwdriver. It's very clever. Here, I'll post a link to it. Just a second.
That's on Maker World, you said?
Yep. Grabbing it right now.
Is there more than one size, or it's only one size?
Hang on. One thing at a time.
Okay.
There's the link.
You might be able to scale that pretty decently.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, I think you can probably scale that one up. He has a 70% scale for A1 Mini, so I think you could reverse that.
Scaling doesn't work well for print in place.
It will up to a point, right?
Yeah, it makes it looser fit.
He's also got a treasure, he or she, I don't know, we'll just say they. They also, if you go into their profile, they have a treasure chest jewelry box where you open it up, and the treasure chest has like that drawer within it, or, that shelf within and as you open it up, it rolls it back. It's in every like standard woodworking thing, but it was in there pretty good. This is also the same person who did the very popular tilt phone stand. So
it's very cool. I like that.
Matthew Ghost. Yep.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Smooth too.
Yeah,
it doesn't like hang up.
Nope. The only way it would be even better is if like there was some weight to like pull the roll top closed, but that's asking a lot.
Yeah.
And I know the second my daughter sees this, I'm going to lose this print. So
yeah. Start printing a second one.
Yeah. Treasure chest. Yep, thank you, Renee. Yep, that's the treasure chest. If you click that link, it's a really pretty design. Yeah, this is the last print. I've got some new filaments I saw on one YouTuber's channel. It's Landu Chameleon PLA. I'm always looking for like that perfect purple. And this was a come on, go back. This was a model I just found that I thought would look really good in purple called the Dark Angel.
What layer height did you print this at?
0.16.
0.16.
Yep.
Thought that looks really fine.
Yeah, it's a lot of detail. Yep.
It like you can't see the layer lines in the wings.
Part of that, I think, is the shininess of the filament kind of hides that a little bit.
Speckleness.
Yeah, the speckleness, yeah. But it came out really well. So, remember the supports was a bit of a pain, even though I increased the top Z distance a little bit to 0.21. They were still the supports were kind of woven around the wings and stuff. It just took a lot of patience to pry it loose. But it was a very pretty print.
This is where an H2D would be sweet with the dual nozzle.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yes.
wouldn't be purging it out, or so you could use a different support.
Yeah.
It almost looks like a dual color filament.
Yep. Here, I'll link to the filament if you guys want to see it. Some YouTuber, I can't remember the channel, showcased it, and I was like, that's kind of cool. And I'm always chasing. Gabe has he got the purple witch something from the which one?
Cookie Cat.
Cookie Cat, yeah. So I'm always trying to find the
Witch's Blue.
Witch's Blue, yeah. That is a beautiful, beautiful filament. And all these are they get close, but they never quite capture that one. So, but anyway, that was the last print I had.
You end up spending a lot of money trying to find one that matches, and none of them match. Just buy the original one, you know.
We're never going to be able to print the Plum Crazy guys, so.
The Cookie Cat's kind of pissing me off because I bought from them last year a gold dust, which is a clear filament with gold specks in there. And I printed it, and it comes out milky white. And I contacted them. I was like, hey, am I doing something wrong? You know, I slowed it down to 50 millimeters per second. I did 230C. Like, oh, yeah, no, we got a bad batch. You know, if you want, we'll give you a refund, or we'll give you another roll when a new batch comes out. 2 months ago, so this was November of last year, right? 2 months ago, two rolls show up on my doorstep. And I'm like, oh, I guess they've got the correct batch. I went and printed it, same damn thing. And I contacted Cookie Cat. I'm like, what are you doing? And they're like, oh, can you give us the batch numbers off those? I text them the batch numbers. It's been like 3 weeks. I haven't earned anything yet. I was like, at this point, I'm going to show up at 3D Printopia, guys, in a month. And I'm just going to bring these rolls that I barely use and go, here's 3 rolls of whatever the hell you want to do with them. But, yeah, I'm not happy because my daughter picked that gold dust filament out, and it's like, all I want is just a semi-clear with some gold specks in it, guys. Come on. So, yeah, I really don't want to give Cookie Cat any more of my money until they fix that stuff. All right, that's enough out of me, though. That's what I got for the week.
All right, thanks, Hotfix. All right, next up is Justin. So tell us about the Tron weapons that you printed this week.
Oh, these are the Tron identity discs. I think for the new movie coming up. I found the link on Maker World, and it's a multi-part print. So it prints the little center piece. There's 2 pieces. That's printed out of dark gray PLA. And then the cyan middle piece prints in 1 piece. And that's what ties the 2 disc parts together. And then you have the black and the blue print together on the back back side, and then you print another object identical to it to go on the other side, and you just sandwich it all together. I used some glue to keep it together, but I printed a blue one and a red one to kind of mimic what the new movie's going to be or have. And there's a stand for it too, but I haven't printed that because the stand's like almost $9 to print just the stand. So
What?
I need to figure out a better way to slice it to reduce that.
$9? I mean,
Some
that's,
glow in the dark.
They suggest using the glow in the dark filament for this, or the translucent blue and red, but I don't have any of that, so I just printed it with regular PLA.
Do you have the link handy? Because I'm a big Tron nerd.
Let me see if I can find it real quick.
If you can't tell from my avatar.
Let's see here. Hang on, Bamboo's trying to get me to log in.
And you'll have to paste it in Teams chat. It won't let you do it on YouTube.
Okay.
Unless you're a moderator or whatever. Or do you have a wrench?
I don't think so, but that's fine. I can paste it in Teams.
I'll copy it over when you do.
I'm looking for you. I can't make you a wrench.
It looks like Renee might have beat you to it.
Oh yeah, it does look like he sent it.
Wow. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry. Bamboo was trying to get me to triple verification who I am.
that's new, right? The first time that happened to me today.
Well, I think it's because I'm on my iPad and I normally do it on my computer, so
Yeah,
they
for
didn't recognize
some reason
the
today, for some reason today, it asked me to verify that it was me. I had to identify 3 clocks or 4 clocks. That never happened to me on any Bamboo Lab software.
Yeah, everybody's going with this authentication stuff, and it really is a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
They want to stop the bots.
Well, that's fine, but don't keep the people that actually have legit logins from logging in.
Yeah, they want to make sure they're lining that data up with the right person.
Yep. Even though it's a pain in the butt, but I see the need for it.
So
Oh my God, we've had a plane crash.
Yeah, this is a project I'm working on for a local church. He's a pastor, and he is part of this outreach thing through the church. And basically, they take churchgoers and Bible study students, and they teach them how to fly. And this is the plane that either he owns or him and a couple other pastors own. And they take kids flying in it and then teach them how to fly it.
The jet. That's a jet.
Yeah, it's a Phenom, or it's an Ember Phenom 300, I think is what it's called. And so I was able to secure the model from a guy on CG Trader, and when I first printed it, it prints in pieces, and it took forever to glue everything and make sure everything lined up. So what I did is I ended up basically putting everything together in Blender, re-exporting it, and then just cutting it up in pieces in Bamboo Studio, because this thing is actually 19 inches long and 19 inches wide when it's fully printed, when it's fully glued together, and he wants 10 of them. So I got 5 of them printed out and started putting together, and I still got 5 more to go. So
And
You
then you
gonna
gotta
paint
paint them?
No, he just wanted them just plain white, and he's going to give them to his top students as like awards or something.
Mm-hmm.
Very
That
cool.
looks very awesome. Are you gonna? Do you remember what layer height you used? Sorry.
This is 0.2.
Wow, that looks really good.
Sorry, I gotta wait for this commercial to get done, so Lynn can get his money. His 12 cents.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish it was 12 cents.
0.12 cents.
Yeah. So yeah, this, like I said, this is 19 inches long by 19 inches wide when it's all glued together. And the first one I did for him, I just did the plane, and then he's like, "Well, do you have a base for it?" And so I found a base, and I just built a notch for it. But the plane was so heavy that it wouldn't stay on the base. So when I redid these for the large batch, I molded the base into the plane, so it's completely solid.
But then that makes it unstable base.
No, I mean it's solid.
Yeah,
It's
it'd
now,
be a solid piece, but and it'll be easy to break off the plane versus if you move the plane back a little bit, it looks like it would balance the plane on the pivot point. Even though you're sticking it in by putting it at the balance point, I mean, the plane isn't drooping on you.
correct. Yeah, it doesn't droop. It actually points up at an angle, and I reinforced it with just a rounded cube where the base meets the plane, and I just kind of hit it up far enough to where it just reinforces where it gets a little bit skinny when it goes up into the plane, so that way it doesn't have any issues like that. But on the one picture, it shows kind of how it's cut up. So
Yeah.
you have the front part of the fuselage, you have from the back of the wings back, and then you have your vertical stabilizers, and then I cut the base in two as well because you can only fit so much on an X1C build plate. So
And
even
a
if
good pin that I use sometimes to put them together is cut a 2 millimeter hole in the two pieces, and then I glue a piece of filament in.
Yeah, I tried doing the connectors at first in Bamboo Studio with the cuts, and when you go to glue the pieces together, it leaves a gap, and obviously I could fill that with a soldering iron and some PLA, but I didn't want to do that. So what I did instead is I took out all the connectors and just sliced it straight, and then I used glue and wood clamps and just clamp it real tight, and you can't even see where I glued it. So
Nice model.
I
Nice
can't take
build.
credit for the model, but like I said, I got it from a guy on CG Trader, but it originally wasn't designed to be 3D printed. So I had him do a little bit of editing to it, and then I had to cut it up to make it as big as I wanted.
Yeah, really, really cool.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for sending those in, Justin. Once again, really, really cool prints. Next up is Mark. So tell us about these prints.
I have a friend that is he's putting up a chicken coop. So to joke around with him, I'm sending him this to hang on the wall on the outside of the chicken coop.
we built a chicken coop at my mom's house, and just as we got the chicken coop all done, and the coons got the chickens. So ever since then, she hasn't had chickens, but she uses the chicken house now as a guest room. And the big joke is, oh, we're staying in the chicken house.
Well, at least it's not the chicken ranch.
Yeah.
Or the dog house.
But that's what that is. I'm joking around with him, and he just finished the coop up. So I got this, and I got a couple of. I think I sent you a couple of the signs that he's going to get. And like I said, it was meant to be a joke to him.
Oh, it's on top of a 3D printer. I was trying to figure out how the text made sense. And that's
No,
not part of the print.
It's sitting on top of my Creality 3D printing toolbox.
Yeah. Or the blue text underneath it. It makes sense now that I saw it. It just took a while.
Now this is just going on with that theme that I'm doing, Len. Those are for over the door frame.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you've done a lot of those really, really cool ones. I think Hotfix did a couple of over the door frame things too.
Yeah, those have become real popular not only in the 3D printing space, but the laser engraving space as well.
And that plate that they're sitting on, that's my Ender 3 S1 Pro's plate. To give you an idea of the size.
I really like the detail. If you zoom in on like the faces and the pumpkins, it's like really crisp. The transitions from black to white to orange.
That's printed on the frostbite plate.
Ah. But still, the color transitions are very clean. I like that.
Yeah. Very nice. Or the web on the one hat.
And that's just the other angle, so you got left and right. And then my wife and her wreaths.
Man, these look like cookies. I'm about to eat one of them.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing, an Oreo cookie.
Yeah, let us know how they taste.
Yeah.
I like that from a filament saving perspective, because not only does it give it a nice three-dimensional depth, but you're only going black, orange, black.
Yeah.
Do you have the link for this one? I really like it.
Yeah, this one's
Yeah,
cool.
hang on a sec.
Yeah. I was just going to ask too.
Yeah, this one would make a good, not only little door hanger or a wall decor, but it would transition well to laser engraving as well, because you literally just separate the layers, and you have a black layer for the base, or you paint an orange layer for the middle, and then you have a black layer that goes on top.
My computer's running slow. Now that was the wreath, right?
Yes.
Yep. Do you ever feel like somebody's watching you?
All the time. There you go.
Especially with
Thank you
cameras
very
and all our devices now.
Yeah, my wife has come up with this crazy idea that she wants to have a Halloween tree. So she's going to pull out our so-called Christmas tree, which is a small tree because it's only the two of us, so it goes on an end table. And she's going to put ornaments on it for Halloween. Hence the eyeballs.
So you're gonna make a whole plate full of these?
No, I only made like maybe a half a dozen of them because there's others. Um, just enough
Yeah.
to give her something to put on the so-called Halloween tree.
Do you have the link to these? Because I really want to make them out of bamboo lab glow green, glow in the dark white, and bamboo lab glow pink.
That'd be something to see.
I'll make them if you got the link.
I'm sure I have the link. It's just a matter of finding it.
I go through my on MakerWorld. I go through my user profile ratings, and it'll say, "Hey, you printed all these," and that's where I grab mine real quick.
What I end up doing is when I print them, I move them over to either a collection that's either Halloween or specifically my wife, depending on how I ended up printing them. Because I know that at some point my wife is going to turn around and say, "Hey, you printed these for me before. Can you print these again?" So it makes my life easier just be able to go and jump in and grab it. Now, I ended up changing the actual color. There you go. I put the red in there. It was actually green, white, green for the eye, and then the black inner for the pupil and around the outer part of the eye. I thought it was better with red than green.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I like the red better than with the green.
Thank
Was
you.
that 0.2 layer height, or was it smaller than that?
No, point two. The green is Bamboo Labs, the white is Sunlu, and the red was Bamboo. And that's just a typical little ghost ornament again.
The designer's got it listed as 0.16 millimeter.
Yeah, I ended up doing a 0.2. The 0.16, the nozzle balked a little bit. So
Okay.
I bumped it up to the standard to see if it was a model problem or something for me, a problem at my end. You can try the 1.6, see how it comes out. It could have been just my particular filament and the way because it's been real hot here lately. So when I was printing that, it might have been just a little too hot for it to point at 1.6. And there are times I have to actually turn an air conditioner on in my print room as well as a fan to keep it cool enough to print. Good old New England weather.
A lot of the country's dealing with that.
I was gonna say it's not just New England. I'm down in North Carolina, and it's between the humidity and the heat. If I don't keep that room cool and keep the door open on my X1C, it will have a nozzle clog bigger than life.
I've been finding that filament that I normally don't have to dry, I've had to dry for a couple of hours before actually using it, just because of the way the weather's been lately. And I have them in sealed bags, vacuum sealed bags.
Cohen even has the little ornament thing. That's so funny.
At the top, yes.
Is that like a real thing that people use their Christmas trees for Halloween trees?
I don't know. All I know is, like I said, she decided she wanted to do this. So
Is it like a viral Pinterest thing or something?
I don't know where she came up with it. Like I said, she just came to me and said, I'm going to do this. Can you print this? And I was like, okay. I'm not going to argue with the person that says I can buy or I can't buy 3D printers.
That's a wise choice, decision.
It's a wise
You know,
investment.
The more
in
she
your future.
benefits from it, the easier it is for me to get another one.
And I'm looking at this ornament going, you know, that would look really good with the glow green. I mean, I'm sorry, glow orange. I'll have your old damn house glow in the dark if you let me.
Especially for a Halloween decoration.
Oh, yeah, just Halloween. Yeah, right, okay.
Sure. Sure, Halloween. Yeah, that's exactly.
I remember last year Ed found this really cool Bowser, like, skeleton outline one, and I took it and did it with glow in the dark. I still have that on top of my kitchen cabinets. It's a really cool print.
That's the link to the
The
pumpkin.
orange would look good if it had a concentric fill pattern.
No, that is part of the setup, like I said, for my friend with the chicken coop. So we called it the Fluffy Butt Hut. So when you guys are staying at your mother's in the guest house, you're staying in the Fluffy Butt Hut.
I'm upstairs in my parents' loft right now, so I don't think they'd appreciate that.
I think he was
That's the
referring to
Dusty Butt Hut.
I think Dusty is more appropriate.
The other sign just basically said fresh eggs, I believe. I tried to get them so they went to you halfway decent, Glenn, but I don't know what it is or what I'm doing wrong.
So whenever I save these, it saves them in alphabetical order. So see, the names of your photos are all these wild numbers. So what Gabe does is he just renames this 1 and then renames this 2 and then renames this 3, and then whenever it reorders it, those 3 are in there. So I can go down here and now put 4 on this one, and when I go out and come back in, you'll see that 4 is now up here. So if you want them in a specific order, that's how you do it. And because no matter what you do, it orders them in alphabetical or numerical order.
Okay.
That's how Gabe does it, to make it do that. Or I think Ed just takes the pictures in order, and when he sends them, the order of the photos are the correct order.
Well, that's what I tried doing. You know, I sent you, I think, 2 different emails, and I think it was 10.
Yeah, no matter what order you put it in the email, as soon as I put it in a folder, it reorders it in alphabetical order. So even if you spend all the time ordering it in your email, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Windows thinks we're stupid.
That's why I renamed them and start with 01, 02, and so on. That way I put them on whatever order I want them to show up on the folder.
Well, you learn something new every day. I think I also sent you some of that. I mentioned about that filament that they were selling on Amazon that's supposed to be bamboo. I think I sent you that so you guys could actually see the packaging and everything.
Yeah, I'm showing it.
Yeah, it looks like bamboo.
It does. Even this looks like their old sticker though, not their new ones.
Yep.
That's the box that came in.
Yeah.
There's the packing. I mean, tell me that doesn't look like a bamboo.
It does. That's the
It
same
comes
letter.
with like one more of these
Yeah.
straps, I think.
I guess it's only missing the those little, what do you call it? To be able to
RFID, but
read.
it
The
even has the little.
RFIDs
It even
is
has the
the
little
only thing it's
note in
missing.
it right there too.
There's the way it's packaged, and when you look inside, you can see it underneath the stripe on the right. It's the sticker
Oh,
that
and the
says
same
PLA
instruction.
Basic,
Same instructions from bamboo.
and there's
Yeah,
your
the
instructions.
instructions look identical.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all that can be replicated by anyone, to be honest.
Yeah.
They're
Um,
all
I
made
do have a
within a
box of
half mile of each other, so they're
Oh,
gonna use
probably
the
not.
same
more than likely
boxes.
the same factory,
Yeah, I
but
mean,
not even half a mile. They're probably the same building.
yeah, there's one factory making all of the pellets or whatever, and there's a whole bunch of little smaller factories that are putting it into spools, and they're all
I
getting
gotta
it from the same place.
I gotta tell you, what I did is I took the RFIDs off of the yellow roll that I was done with because it's just glued there. So I just took it off. I took some electrical tape and placed it where the notch is. So the notch linked up with the RFID. Used some electrical tape to hold it. Put it in a bamboo reusable spool. Stuck it in the AMS, and it prints just like bamboo using the bamboo profile.
Mm-hmm. I think Maker World has a print that you actually can cut them and put those RFID tags on them, on the reels themselves.
Yeah, I do that for the Sunlu ones. I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure I sent the link last week.
Yep, you did. The only thing that I see with this one compared to the bamboos is it's not wound as tight. That's the one thing I can tell you. But I've yet to have any issue with it or anything that would lead me to believe that it's a crappy filament. It actually is printing really, really nice. I mean,
You said that
that's
was-
just that's on Amazon.
And how much was it? The roll? The refill
don't-
roll?
Remember. Was it Renee last week that actually found the link?
Hey, hold on. I have a spool from that brand. I bought it I think it was white. I haven't used it yet. Maybe my Amazon orders can tell me how much it was.
I'm just bringing it up to see if I can find it. $16.99 right now. It was less than that when I bought it.
Oh, bamboo, you can get it down to $13.99 if you buy 6 of them, or $14.99 if you buy 4.
Like I said, when I purchased it, it was less than that. So it was for the price. It was like, I'll give it a shot just to see.
Sure. Plus, Amazon, you don't have to buy more than one, right? They'll ship it if it's Prime. They'll ship it for free. But you need to
Yep.
buy $89 to get it shipped for free by Bamboo.
Yep. And like I said, I had run out of yellow because I did that Pikachu, if you remember from last week.
Mm-hmm.
So I was looking to get some yellow in because there was some other things that were coming up that needed yellow. And I ran across this, looked at all the specifications, looked at bamboo specifications, and I was like, okay, just like you said, I got to spend $89 to get this sent to me, or I can buy 2 rolls and try it, and I'm only out whatever my 2 rolls were, and have it here the very next day. So
Yeah. Bamboo will for me, it takes a week.
yep, same here. We're basically in the same boat.
Yeah.
Now that pumpkin, when you look at it, is actually a filter behind the eyes and the mouth that you print. and you put a tea light in it, and it shines through that filter. And that's just,
It gives them that eye, the look of the eye.
yep, you should have one that might be a little better, a little darker, but I don't think I managed to, or I don't think I remembered to turn the lights off to take a picture of this one.
You have the link to this one?
Hold on.
Yeah, you can see the filter in this one right here.
Yeah, cool. I like the way the eyes look.
Well, if you like that one, you're going to like the other two that are going to pop up sooner or later.
Okay.
Is that the filter, the red filter?
Yeah, that's for that skull. Yes, for the pumpkin, it's just a flat piece of plastic that you print out, and then you roll it, so to speak, and stick it inside. And there's a lip that catches on it. Use a pen to help push it into place, and it just stays there. That one, I know I took one where I shut the lights off, so that one's going to come out looking halfway decent. My alcohol bottle's right there. I I'm not a Coke guy, so.
You drink the alcohol instead?
I use the rubbing alcohol as a.
Wow, we
It's
got to
a
talk
real
about your
cheap
drinking
day.
preferences.
Uh,
One for the bill plate, one for me. One for the bill plate, one for me.
yeah.
Oh, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah,
That's
that
just
looks
the
really
battery
cool.
That's just the battery, tea light, and the battery wasn't even that great in that particular light.
Are
That's
they
the
from,
way.
are they all from the same maker?
I don't think so.
Okay. If you had the skull one, I would love that too. And the pumpkin, was that just PLA or did you make that with PETG?
Nope, that's all PLA. Everything is PLA.
Okay.
And you can change the filter, the color of the filter, right? You can change whatever color you want.
Yes, you can. And you're going to see on one of them, I actually did that. Not the skull, but something else. I actually did that.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the link. And that's what that filter looks like with just the LED tea light. Now this is a funny one. This is a nice one. It's a print in place. The middle is hollow for a tube to go up. You take the tea light and you put it on the tube, and then you take the color diffuser that you want and you place it on that, and then it just shines up into the face.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that's the orange filter on that one. Again, this is all just PLA. This is black PLA.
Wow.
That's cool how they did this filter.
That is so
For the
clever.
hood.
There's the way you set it up. And
Oh, it's
that's
because
what
they had the light contest is going on right now, right?
I think so. I don't know. To be honest, I haven't been paying attention.
Let's go.
But that
Actually, you could print that in vase mode and it would come out. It wouldn't have the vertical lines in it.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be as strong either. That model is solid, and it's just got the hole in the center that this piece goes right up into.
But
So
I'm talking where that doesn't need any strength to it.
it is in this house if you have young ones like grandchildren like I do.
And I'm talking about just the lens.
The lens is how thin it was. That's in transparent filament as well.
If the lens is printed in vase mode.
Just so clever, man.
And there it is in purple. And that's it printed in purple.
And it's transparent PLA?
Yep. It's a little thicker than you probably want it to be, to give it that finish, but I wanted to be able to keep it halfway decent. There's the purple.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the light's on.
That's what the LED light bar on my Ender 3 S1 Pro is on, so.
Nice.
I mean, even the top came out halfway decent. You see some layer lines there, but not as bad, and that's where that piece fits in.
Yeah, that's super clever to get the light in there like that. Really cool. All right, thank you for those, Mark. And then next on the list is Robert. So we'll bring up his prints, and I got the ones from this week and last week, Robert.
Okay.
So you have a couple of them on here. I don't know which ones are which, though. I threw them all in here. So.
And this is a broom holder that I printed off Maker World.
Oh, there we go. And it self-articulates or whatever whenever you push it in, it grabs it.
Mechanism.
Yep.
If you pull it open. And the one hint I have about this is make sure you screw the part to the wall before you install the pins. Because you have to take out the pins to screw it to the wall.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it worked well for the broom. I was concerned when I first tested it that it didn't have enough squeeze force on the broom, but
do they have different sizes for different size brooms?
Yeah.
Which material did you use?
This is just straight PLA. I was thinking it might work better out of PETG or some other material, but it's working just fine out of straight PLA.
You might be able to add something inside to give it a bit of more grip so it holds tighter the broom.
And I was planning on that, but it's doing just fine so far. I haven't, and I've only had it up for a couple weeks now. Oh, I'm concerned that maybe it's going to lose its strength, but it's not squeezing it that much. That's the problem with plastics and springs, is that they tend to creep.
Well, the good thing is that for a few cents you can print a replacement.
Yeah. That's why I thought, oh, I'll just test it and see if it works, and if I need to put a liner to it, or maybe it's just a groove and a piece of some other material that would grab it better. But it's working just fine. I was amazed how well it worked.
Yeah, it's awesome when everything doesn't have to be over engineered.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I tend to over engineer things.
I say,
I'm the
I
same
think we
way.
all like over engineering things.
Gives us something to
Because,
do.
because I love over engineering things.
Make it as complicated as you can, so somebody else has to figure it out.
Well, that's part of the challenge. You're challenging yourself to make it more difficult. I do enjoy a challenge.
And these are actually magnet inserters or magnet dispensers. And I showed the dispensers a couple weeks back, or actually it's probably about a month ago, but I added the hanger for it. I made a hanger. And by pushing down on the plunger, or it dispenses one magnet at the correct polarization out the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
They work really well. The only problem I've had with them is if the wrong size magnet gets put in. These particular ones are for 2 millimeter long magnets, and occasionally I have a 1 millimeter long magnet that causes it to jam. But they work well. Well, the nice thing about them is when it releases the magnet after it dispenses it. Another change that I made to these was then I changed it to fit a spring from a pen, because I have lots of springs that I could have made, but I changed it for a spring. This is a dispenser, washing station for vegetables. On the right hand side under or the comments is the inlet for or the sink, and this is just one that I downloaded off of Maker World. Okay. And the color change there is not an intentional. I ended up putting in a different brand of black.
I didn't even notice. This roll top box, I love the hexagon on there. Is really, really cool. Super cool pattern.
And obviously it opens all the way, but
And then that's black and white. It's not like little holes in it, right? It's black and white. Yeah,
correct.
that looks super cool.
And that's because the filament change is only once on the build plate for the two ends, and then once up on the top for this black color, or it has like 3 or 4 poops.
Did you have to print this with any supports or anything?
Oh, that is actually an ancient um, bronze sculpture that they can't figure out what it's used for. And I thought it was interesting. And no, it didn't need any supports.
Yeah, it's super weird.
This is like 5,000 years old, made in the Bronze Age. They found like 80 of them made. And when you think of making this in bronze back in that age, this would be a complicated piece to make. And they can't figure out what it's used for.
That's crazy.
From the aliens, man.
It's an alien ritual bead.
Yep.
Proof that aliens walk among us.
It's COVID-19 BC.
Yeah.
Nostradamus. He said this would come.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious.
And it wasn't that great of model. This was just another puzzle thing that I made that downloaded from Maker World. My brother's into puzzles, so I thought I'd make him one of these. It's more, and this particular one is just a fidget spinner. That ball moves around in the track.
Yeah, I could. Don't they have ones where you like spin it around and have to get it in a certain way to get the ball out or something like that? That'd be super interesting.
Yeah, or you can spin it around and you can fill the entire track with different colored balls. And this particular one, it actually printed the ball also.
Oh, interesting. It printed the ball inside the track?
No, it didn't print it inside the track, but and when I printed it, I changed it to print by object. So, it printed out the different pieces.
Nice.
That ball actually looks pretty smooth, which is interesting considering spheres are normally the 3D printing world's
nightmare.
Nightmare because it never prints right.
But it printed just fine, and the ball rolls around just fine on it. So it was a quick, simple print.
All right. Thank you for those, Robert. And then Gabe, let me get yours real quick. I'll have to open this up. Give me a second.
Oh no.
Starting over again?
Oh my gosh. Why does Microsoft have to do stuff the absolute craziest way? I should not need to sign in or click on ads to download photos. But thanks, Microsoft. Appreciate it.
That's why I use Apple for everything now.
Yeah, it's like they just really go out of the way to make the simplest things in the world like super hard. Like this, like I went through all of that just to download it into another folder that I get to go and extract and create another folder just to take those things and put it in another folder. Super handy. Extract, and then it puts the extract thing on one of my 4 screens randomly, which is also awesome and super handy, especially when I'm on live stream.
We can only see the starting screen.
I know, that's why I put that up there.
Yeah.
Because I already knew that this would be a pain in the butt.
Well, I was muted. I was saying that the folder within the folder within the folder is like the movie Inception. I guess no one has watched that movie.
I have yet to watch that movie, but I heard
It's really good,
decent.
actually.
Like, what is this? What is this? And I can't do anything to get rid of it, to get to your things. Why? Because I'm gonna not be monetized on this one. Shitty Edge.
There's an X on the top right side of no, and the nope, not that one.
Yeah, that's my thoughts on Edge. I wish I could completely get rid of it on my computer so there was never, ever, ever, ever any possibility of that shitty program opening up.
Tell us how you really feel.
Again, like they could be so much better, but it's like they go out of their way to make
Edge.
things shitty.
I use Edge all the time. I don't have any of the problems I hear you complaining about, but I don't know. But there are programs out there where you can strip all the Microsoft. So you can take a Windows install and like rip all that stuff out.
The only problem with removing Edge is at some point Windows crashes because it goes back looking for it.
This is the issue with Edge. This right here.
It's the way they embedded it.
This right here is the issue with Edge, because the exact same process that I just did in Chrome worked. And I didn't have to do whatever it is they're trying to get me to do here. That's why I hate Edge. Right here.
This is just thinking you're trying to sign into Office 365.
Why do I need to sign into Office 365 to download something?
You technically don't, but it just assumes that you want to, because you're going to OneDrive. OneDrive is a part of Office.
I don't even want it in OneDrive. I didn't put it in OneDrive either.
But I did links on OneDrive.
Because again, OneDrive is another thing that's a giant pain in the butt to use.
Oh my God! I need you to get you a wambulance.
I mean, again, like things could be easy on other fruit devices. They're quite easy. And then
yes, if you need to perform a self lobotomy, I think you should get an Apple computer.
Yeah, if you don't want to drive yourself insane downloading drivers.
I use Chrome. I don't use Edge
know
for
how much
anything.
this print used.
I work for a Windows-based company. Trust me, I got better arguments than anybody.
I won't use Edge at all. They can't pay me to use it.
Yeah, I can't stand Edge. Just because, honestly, it's probably good and everything like that. It's just that the fact that they force me to use it in places where I don't want to use it makes me not want to use it at all.
Yeah.
How many pounds of poop did this print take up?
For real.
Yes. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the answer to that question is yes. I'm not gonna even tell you how much.
Half
It
a
was
roll.
It took 2 weeks.
uh,
Yeah, 2 weeks and 2 pounds of poop.
Yeah.
yeah, probably like 200 grams.
I recycled the
I was gonna
poop
say
into
that-
3 rolls.
I was going to say that the entire print was actually only 100 grams, but the filament waste was like 3,000 grams.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This is only
Meanwhile,
1 inch tall. Took 5
Meanwhile, it's
rolls.
Gorgeous print.
I'll
We're
tell
all
you right now.
waiting for
I'm
that.
gonna slice it and I'm gonna let you know how much.
We're all waiting for that shredder to get made to be consumer grade so we can take all our poop and reuse it.
I know,
I don't see that that's ever realistic. Because it's too easy to have of contamination, and contamination in your filament is going to kill the reliability of it.
Yeah.
Right now, I use all my poop as packing material. If I'm sending a print to somebody, it gets packed in my poop.
What size layer
This model is
is
amazing.
this?
16.16.
Okay. Hey, how tall is it?
7.5 inches.
How many
It
build
looks awesome.
was it?
How many what? Sorry.
How many build plates?
Just one.
Just one.
Yeah, it prints in place.
Really?
So it has 488 color changes.
So even say the scepters.
They're on the same build plate. They just print separately.
Oh, they're
on the same-
printed separately.
Yeah,
Okay,
from the same
but
build
they.
plate.
Okay.
Yeah, 174.45 grams of poop. So
That's actually a
technically,
lot
it
less
used
than I thought
more
it would.
it used more poop than material to print the actual. So normally I print more than one at a time. This time around, I only printed one. So I use more.
The jade
What's that?
color came out perfect.
Which one? Sorry.
The blue.
The blue.
jade
That's the cyan from bamboo.
diamondback.
Yeah, the black. If you zoom in, you're gonna see it has a bit of sparkles.
It's a galaxy?
No, it's the diamond, the zero diamond black. So it has a bit of sparkle. So it's kind of a galaxy, but it's not really a galaxy. Then the gold silk from Zero as well. And Renee, it's 480 something filament changes, 488.
How long did it take to print?
2 weeks.
23.5 hours.
It's actually
hold on,
not
I'm
that
just
bad.
like, yeah, 23 hours, 26 minutes. So that's the reason I only printed one, because I started this print yesterday, just finished today, like an hour before the live, but I was out for dinner. So I arrived like 10 minutes before to my house, took the pictures really quickly and sent them to them.
When I have a print like this, I can't see myself only printing one. I had to print like 8 or 9, as many as I can fit in a bed,
well,
because it's.
You
because
could only
the
fit
poop
2
is-
of them anyway.
Oh, really? That's all you can
Yeah.
fit?
Oh, it's 7.5 inches long. So
Okay, but how
But-
big is the base?
it's the X1C. So
Okay.
Does it print laying down like on its back, or does it print
yes, on
standing
its back.
up?
If you go back 1 or 2
Oh, I see,
pictures.
I see. I see.
So if you go
I see.
back 1 or 2 pictures, you
Oh
can
yeah,
see
there you can
the
see
side.
it's really flat.
I see. Yes.
That's
yes,
how they
yes.
can print the articulation in place.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, without supports.
What's the link to this again?
That's from
Dave?
Flexi Factory.
Oh, okay.
But there's no link to that one.
Okay.
See, normally with models like this is something I would as soon as I saw all the colors in it, I'd be like, nope, not printing that.
Next.
But this looks amazing.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
only
that's
three
cool.
colors. So it only really has three colors. But yeah,
I
it has a
wonder
lot
how
of waste.
I wonder how much waste you would reduce with the H2D if you have only three colors.
Yeah.
You can print one of them is just one color and the other one is two colors. So the question is,
Mhm.
how many changes do you have?
I don't know. Let me see if I can.
You'd probably be able to cut that time. You said it took 22 hours to print or 23 hours. That would
And
probably
like
cut
20,
that down.
23
100 and
hours, 30
something
minutes, something.
grams of filament waste, which I bet it would cut that way down.
Yeah. You'd
Yeah, it would
maybe
definitely
13,
do.
14 hours.
But
on
that's a
H2D.
beautiful print. I mean, it's just gorgeous.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But it looks like it would have all three colors on every layer except for near the top for the ears.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah, so the first layers would have every single color. Since
Well, the
it-
top of
because
it would be
it-
the
it
nose.
Prints, it prints flat, so I guess the nose would be the only part that doesn't
Yeah.
really have.
Yeah, the ears would have everything because it's laying down on its back.
It
Yeah.
would be pretty much the nose. I think it would be the only one that doesn't have multiple colors.
And then, yeah, you could see the flat in the staff too on the side right there.
This type of model is where I think that new snap maker that was announced on Kickstarter would.
The
really
multiple head
shine.
one?
Yeah, with the multi-head.
The tool changer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that type of printer would really shine with prints like this, but I still don't know, even if I had that printer, if I would attempt something like this without really knowing the amount of time.
We got to get him to send one to Len so we can do a review on it.
That's what you ought to
You know,
do,
you-
man. Send SnapMaker a picture of this model and say, this took 23 hours for me to print on the X1C. Send me your printer, and if you can cut this in half, I'll send you, half the money for the printer.
I'll just say, hey, can I check out that printer? And probably get it.
I think Len's got a better chance of getting it sent to him with 7,000 subscribers. I mean, if they're looking for someone to turn up the hype, that's what they're looking for. I think frankly, Bill just got one, but everybody else that I've seen, I've never heard of them on YouTube at all.
Just send me the info if you can find their contact info. I'll send them an email and see if I can get one, and then I'll just give it away.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
I'll take it off your hands, no problem.
I'll probably have a contest. But yeah.
I have to assume that Bamboo Lab will eventually try to do something like that.
I think they did with the H2D, technically.
Well, the H2D, it's only two nozzle head, right? Two print head.
Mhm.
So the question is, and that's a very complicated, heavy, elaborated, massive hot end. This having 4 or 5 of those exchangers is much lighter and much quicker, I think.
I think that one that's coming out is to deal with the Prusa XL.
Yeah, exactly.
And
There's one thing that is apparently my son just purchased a brand new H2D, and within a week he had a problem with the left nozzle, because apparently every time it goes up and down to change the nozzle, the wiring inside tends to get frail, and they were having a problem. Actually, they sent him a replacement for that, and it was out of stock, that left nozzle wiring. I just ordered one just to have it in, but it's like $30.
So it's almost like wire chafing, like it rubs it.
I think so. I think so. And there's a different one on the left and the right, because the right doesn't move, and the right doesn't. Apparently, the one that is having a problem is the one on the left. I'm wondering if they're going to eventually have to redesign the wiring on that.
So just playing around with the slicer, I just sliced told the slicer that I have a H2D, which I don't, and the poop went down to 82 grams. But the print time from 140, was it 140 something to 82?
Okay.
And the print time from almost 24 hours to 20 hours 1 minute, so 4 hours less.
Not.
And
I mean,
half the amount of
18%.
filament changes. Half the amount of filament changes as well. A bit more than half, but 234. Yeah, actually less than half.
It's pretty good.
You can probably optimize that depending on the settings
Mm-hmm.
thing, because whether you had told it to optimize for what.
For saving filament.
Yeah.
So it told me to put the gold on the left nozzle and the other two, the black and the blue, on the right nozzle.
And see, that's the type of stuff that Bamboo really needs to help with their marketing for the H2D, is have a model like this and say on the X1C it takes 24 hours and, you know, so many filament swaps. On the H2D it takes, you know, 4 hours less and you save on filament. That's why you want an H2D over, you know, another one of our flagship models.
But if they're trying not to disparage their X1C thing, they want to say, this is a good printer.
It is a great printer. Not only it's good, it's great. The issue is, let's be honest, let's say I'm saving $1.50 here. So it's going to take me more than 1,000 prints to compare to a P1S, for example, just to be able to compare. And not everyone have that amount of money, because yes, I might do 1,000 prints in a year, or probably less than that, to be honest. So it takes me 2-3 years to make that money that I spend on filament poop back. So it's not, for me, it's not really worth it just for the saving of some poop.
Yeah.
Now the time savings, if I had a business, that would be a different story. But for me, this is for fun. So if it takes 4 more hours, well, I guess it's just 4 hours.
Yeah, it'll just print overnight, right?
Yeah, which is what I did. I left it printing yesterday and it finished today.
Yeah.
I can't justify a mortgage payment on a printer.
Agree.
Oh, come on, it's the American way.
Yeah, just put it on a credit card and someone will pay for it. When the bank fails, they'll get money from the government as a bailout, which then you're going to have to pay anyway.
I spent $25,000 on.
Wow, there you go. Well, you can buy 20 of them now.
Yep. And
Yeah, you can have a whole
Stratus
book on
says it was the size of a refrigerator.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
the
he was
filament
spending
was-
half the time working on it to get it to work.
It was a good workhorse, but it was I paid through the nose for filament. Filament was $100 a roll.
Oh, well.
Wow.
Does anybody in here have that Giga printer or whatever it is that prints like a freaking house?
The Giga Orange?
Yeah.
No, I don't have any space. I mean, I have a room that I took over. It was my wife's room, and right now it's just full of stuff for the printers.
Well, the Orange Storm Giga is not only a whole room, but you need a dedicated circuit for it for when all the heat beds start powering up.
Yeah.
You need a mini nuclear auxiliary power source.
Yeah, the H2D draws when it starts up and heats it up, draws a lot of electricity. I have my H2D wired to a different panel than circuit than the other two.
Yeah, that's the one thing people always ask me. They're like, how much energy does your 3D printer use? And I'm like, in a year, if I print 24/7, maybe $300 a year, if that.
It says that the jolt, when it's heating up the chamber, it actually pulls the H2D pulls a lot of electricity.
Oh,
My
it's here in the
son,
bed, here in the chamber.
Yeah, well, the bed in the chamber, you're printing ABS or whatever, it needs to heat it up and it draws a lot of electricity. My son was having a problem that he bought a power supply for it, and he said he couldn't use it because it kept on beeping. It was drawing too much power out.
Oh, battery backup?
Yeah.
Man, I have both printers, my microphones, cameras, all lights, all kinds of lights, all in the same room on the same circuit that's sharing a circuit with another bedroom. And I've never had
Is
one
that a
thing.
15 amp or 20 amp
15
circuit?
amp.
Then you're
Do you
looking.
have a battery pack on it?
No.
Oh, you don't have a battery pack.
That's impressive, Lynn, because I had to upgrade my circuits to 20 amps from 15 just to run my lasers in 3D printer.
Depending on the laser, lasers can suck power.
Yeah, laser a little bit more, but yeah, that one, honestly, this computer that I'm on right now draws more than the printer. Because it has a big old giant. It has a giant graphics card and a AMD Threadripper in it and a RTX 6000.
I don't know what the hell that means.
It's
Power 100.
yeah, it's like the biggest graphics card you can get for a workstation computer.
See.
Yep, I have the RTX 4090 with the Threadripper.
Yeah, the one upstairs I have a 5090, but that one has a Ultra 9. I just got that one to test, and it tested well.
I think it's a 1200 watt power supply in that thing.
Yep.
That's what I have.
Yep. This one has a 1750 watt power supply with because it's a 96 core Threadripper and the RTX 6000.
Yeah, mine's only 660 core, I think.
And I think I have either 256 gig or 512 gig of RAM in this one.
So I wonder that circuit. So it's a 15 amp circuit. I wonder if the breaker is one of the newer ones, or if it's one of the old ones that doesn't have the arc fault, AFCI, or the combination ones that are AFCI and GFI. Because the newer ones trip a lot faster than the old ones. And a 15 amp circuit should give you a peak of, I think it's like 1800 watts, but it should be able to maintain continuous like 1500 or 14 something.
I had all my house rewired about a year and a half ago. So I had changed some of the breakers too. But all of my wiring is new in the house. About a year and a half ago, I changed it all.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to, if they redid everything to code, you shouldn't have the newer breakers. So they usually tend to trip a lot faster than the old ones, but they're safer as well.
Yeah, the breakers that I had to change were the ones that were, for example, in the garage. In certain areas, they required it to be where you're very any humidity would actually would trigger them.
Yeah, those are GFI. So.
Yeah.
But the newer ones, it's a combination. If the cable breaks and there's an arc that could create a fire, it just detects the arc and then just trips. So the newer ones, they're a combination of both. So they can do a GFI, a ground fault, and a arc fault.
I changed insurance, homeowners insurance, and they did the inspection and everything was fine. And after I paid a year, I didn't want to have any hurricane coverage. It was too expensive. My house was paid for. And after I did that, a month later, they said I had 30 days to change all the wiring in the house. And it cost me $13,000 to change all the wiring in the house.
Ouch.
That's crazy.
And then I asked them to give me 2 weeks extension. They wouldn't give me the extension, so they canceled me. And then I had to get another insurance carrier, and they had to go to Citizen. There was nobody else would take me.
But this is Florida, right?
Yeah, it's Florida. Yeah, I'm in South. I'm in Coral Gables, Miami-Dade County.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
I'm in Orange County, so yeah, I know how it is.
Yeah. So anyway, but this year I changed to another carrier. I'm naked with the hurricane coverage, so right now I don't have any hurricane coverage. But I have a new roof. I have hurricane windows that I just installed 6 months ago. And I said I don't have any debt on the house, so I'm not going to spend $13,000, $14,000 in hurricane coverage.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all the photos we have for this weekend. I hope everybody has a great rest of their weekend. And
one more thing, Len, sorry to interrupt you. The can was just for hotfix.
Well, how else would we know how big the damn thing is?
I put
Exactly.
a ruler
The
behind
tape
it.
measure behind it.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
all right.
That tape measure, how do we know that's not 3D printed into scale?
There you go.
Yeah, that's it.
So I guess
All right.
everybody on Tuesday at 9 o'clock Eastern time, we can actually see what the new H2S is going to be all about.
Yeah.
Yep. And again, 2 hours or 2 days and 10 hours to the next flash sale. So good luck, everyone.
Okay, guys.
All right.
See you
Have a
again
great
next week.
weekend, everybody.
Adios.
Take care.
Make sure you
Bye-bye.
smash the like button.
Yes, of course.